सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सवीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। हरि ओम।
Atalita Baladanam Hemashalabadeham Danujavana Krishanam Jnani na Magraganyam Sakalaguna Nidhanam Varanana Madisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatamajam Namami.
So there na it is so Atulita Baladhanam Hema Shailabha Deham. Okay, then Danuja Vana Krushanum Jnaninam Agraganyam. Okay, then Sakala Guna Nidhanam Vanaranam Adhisham. Okay, so that is Vanara. Then Raghupati Priyabhaktam Vata, so it is Vat Atmajam Namami. Vatatmajam Namami. Okay, right. Then next one also, what do you do? Manojavam
Marutatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtha Vatatmajam Vanarayuttamukyam Sri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapatye.
Good, fine. This Dhyana Shlokas, I have shared this PDF. You have it? I had shared it. If you don't have it, again I will share it. Fine. It has been shared in that WhatsApp group also. Fine. Okay. So we will chant the Hanuman Chalisa. You have the Hanuman Chalisa also, right? Yeah, Lucy. Okay, fine. Okay, we'll do it. Shri Guru Charana Saroj Raj Nij Manu Mukur Sudhari Barnau Raghuvar Bimal Jasu Jodayak Falachari Buddhihina Tanu Janike Sumira Pavan Kumar Balabuddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi Harahu Kale Sabikar जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत तुलित बलधामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन बिराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र ध्वजा विराज कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साज शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाय, श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाय। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम्हरो जस गावे, अस कई श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस योजन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाकते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकटे हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा। तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे। सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है, प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, सबर राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा। सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा, तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे। जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे, अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई। जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई, और देवता चित्त न धरई। हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई, संकट कटै मिटै सब पीरा। जो सुमिरै हनुमत बल बीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की न्याय। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होय। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। कीजय नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हरिओम। So we were seeing these, the main adventure of Hanumanji when he starts across the ocean. And of course everyone, especially kids, they love the story because there are these demons which are coming out from the ocean floors, and Hanumanji being, much in his element as Pavanaputra or Pavanasuta. He is showing his abilities, not just by the Sharira Bala, from the Buddhi Bala. And then what is the ocean signifying, we saw, right? What is the ocean signifying? Ocean is signifying this body identification. This Dehatma Bhava is what becomes our main obstacle. So to cross over this, is like crossing over that samsara sagara. Why do we have the samsara at all? It is because we are so identified with this body, right? And therefore, all that is connected with the body is part of this ocean. The ocean and its obstacles. So we saw how there is the Mainaka Parvata. The first obstacle that came his way was the Mainaka Parvata, who pleaded with him. He said, come rest for some time and go, right? But then what does this Mainaka Parvata represent? The soft attachments that we have in our life. Which will do what? Which will make us complacent, which will say that, okay, some more time, let me enjoy, no problem. Some more time, let me speak on the phone with my friends, chat with them on the phone. What is there? The work will happen. I know my priorities, I will do it. But what happens? The small time, the small duration becomes the whole day sometimes. So we get lost in what we have as small attachments. We say that, okay, no problem. If I spend some time just having my tea and snacks, no problem. If I just idle away my time, flicking through channels or through reels, no problem. If I keep dilly-dallying and procrastinating about, my life priorities, what is my goal in life, and not really working, just making resolutions but not actually working at implementing them, then they are gone, right? They are gone because of my attitude of, or this tamas that sets in within me for these small comforts that I think will not become obstacles. That is this Mainaka Parvata. So what should I do? I should look at them and I say, okay, not right now. Thank you, but no thank you. That should be the way, right? Then, further, what should be most important? Most important should be my goal of life. If that I have fixed and that I give much more priority than any others, right? Then there is not going to be any detours. Then that is going to be a straight highway. Then further is Surasa. Surasa, what does she do? She is this, she is this mother of all serpents. She's so intent on herself that, if she's hungry and there is nothing else around, she will eat the eggs. Her own eggs she will consume, right? So she was this kind of a demon, right, or a Rakshasi who was living in those ocean waters. But she would not eat anything from the oceans. What would she do instead? If something is flying across that ocean, she will capture its shadow. And that when she captures that shadow, what will happen? She will pull it down. She will pull that flying object down by capturing its shadow. She will eat it, right? So what happened was, on that day, she saw this huge Vanara flying up, right? We have to understand that at that moment, Hanumanji was not Masaka Saman, not like a fly, but much more like a huge bird. Why? Because he had to go across the ocean. So he needed that kind of strength also. So when he was flying across, she said, "Wow, today the gods have become very benevolent. What have they done? They have sent me this huge meal first thing in the morning. So what should I do? I should make the best of this opportunity." And she does her, she works her Maya. And who gets captured? Hanumanji. Hanumanji is unaware. He thinks like, oh, he is going at his speed in the winds, and suddenly he feels like his speed is dropping. And he doesn't understand. Why is this happening? why has my momentum suddenly become slow? I'm flying, but I feel as though I am dropping. What has happened? And then he sees, he comes to this Surasa. Now Hanumanji, he tells her that, and she, once he starts coming down, she starts opening her mouth wider and wider. And Hanumanji doesn't understand. He says, "Oh Mata, I'm here for a task. I'm flying across for a task, but I think you are thinking of something else. Hmm. Can you stop your hunger for a bit? I know you want to have me as your meal, but no, not that I want to stop you from doing that, but I have to do Ramji's work. And until that is done, I cannot really become your meal. I have no fear of death. If you want to consume me, so it be. But right now, the most important thing for me is to go across to Lanka. So I cannot really stop here." Then, but Surasa is not going to listen. She was going on widening her mouth. Now, Hanumanji's every action for us is a pointer for our own sadhana. If he is doing something, then that becomes our sadhana. What did we say? Tasya lakshanani sadhakasya sadhanani. Right? So here also, what is Hanumanji doing? He's saying that I am not so conscious of my body. I don't give that kind of importance to my body. Body is my instrument. Body is my vehicle. And my vehicle to accomplish whatever task is given to me in this. And that is the task of the Lord. So here too, for us, Vedanta is not saying that you ignore your body or you pamper your body or become totally indifferent of your body. No, that is not what Vedanta is saying. Vedanta is saying this is given to you as your instrument and you use it well. Don't be insistent on anything, right? So know your body is an instrument and keeping your final purpose in mind, you use it well. That is what you have to understand. So Surasa, as she is widening her mouth, what is Hanumanji doing? He is becoming twice that size. He is going on becoming twice that size. So then finally, he realizes that, oh, this kind of, this is not a healthy competition. She is going on widening her mouth. I am also becoming bigger and bigger. How long will this go on? This is going to delay my own task only. So what does he do? He doesn't suddenly become small, goes into her mouth, tells her, see, I have come into your mouth. This is what you wanted, but you have not eaten me. So I am going. I did what you wanted me to do. I have become small. I have, you did not shut your mouth. You did not eat me. Now I have to go. And he goes out, right? So here what does he say? Hanumanji says, I am bigger than my problems, right? So Surasa will come to us and keep becoming big, right? In the form of what? In the form of various kinds of problems in our path. It could be health related. It could be, something that plagues my body. And I keep thinking, oh, of course, with age, all this will come. But what do I have to do? I have to know, okay, age is catching up. What should I do? I should become fitter. I should move around. I should do exercise. I should make sure that my my food or my diet is as per my appetite and not and for my health and not for my tongue. Yes, there are various options available, but is it going to help me towards my final goal? Yes, so that kind of discipline is also important. So just because my age is catching up, that doesn't mean that I give up on my discipline. I have to take the right kind of care for this instrument to be fit enough to do the Lord's work, right? So to, whatever, not just the Buddha, the Bahubalam here is not just in terms of, Sharira Balam of Hanumanji, it is more of Buddhi Balam. What to do when, and essentially to be alert at all times. That is what made him realize, okay, fine. Even if there is competition, what should you do? You should know when to become small, when to become big. When should be centered in your convictions and, be staunchly, put across your case, and when to, when it is not required, when to just become small. Not insist on something, but just move out of the way. Because you can't change that other person. That's the main thing, right? So Bahubalam is not just about physical strength, but it is more of Buddhi Balam, right? This is what is used. So one should not let go of one's alertness and say that, oh, Surasa has caught me. So Surasa is what? Surasa basically represents various problems that come in our life, be it at health, be it at work, be it at relationships, or even just letting go of our insistence or our opinions about something. I am strong in my knowledge. Mean that I should not upgrade myself. That doesn't mean that anyone is any less, right? So where there is some kind of appreciation to be given, go ahead, drop your ego and do it, right? So here also, what is Bhagavan telling us? Till we don't face our problems, till we don't face those challenges, we will not know what is the potential within us. That we can become twice the size of our problems. When will we know it? When we are able to face that problem. And once we are able to face that problem, then it is no longer going to be a difficulty. Then you will say that, oh, okay, fine. No, it is not going to harm me in any way. Let me just say bye to her and go away. Bye to whom? Surasa, and go away. Right? So Bhagwan has sent, like Surasa said, wow, good. Bhagwan has sent me a good meal today. But did that meal accept it? No. Bhagwan gave him much more alertness and said that today is not your day, Surasa. I have to leave. Right? So Hanumanji said, I will become twice my problem. Because Bhagwan has given me this ability and I should use it to the best of it. Why to just, if something is given to us, it is not for storing it. It is for us to use it. And for that, what should we be aware of? That if a difficulty has come, then it means that it has come to test me. And definitely I have the ability to face it. When I am centered in the Lord. Okay, so that is the thing. So Surasa is what? Surasa basically is about obstacles that come my way and knowing when to hold on to my own opinion or when to let go of it also. Right? And know that I have all potential within me to face this problem that has come my way. So that is it. And the third one, third obstacle there is this Nishichari. This Nishichari is a very demoness. What does she do? Earlier what did I say? That holding on to shadow thing is not of Surasa, okay? Surasa, what did she do? Surasa was just out over there with her mouth open. She was just there with her mouth open. Nishichari is the one who holds on to the shadow. Okay. So first one was what? First obstacle was the Mainaka Parvata. He was this mountain in the middle of the ocean, which offered a kind of solace. You can rest, you can have fresh waters, you can have fruits. This was his offering. And when this kind of comfort comes, what does it mean? That comfort when we have the time to rest is a different thing. But comfort when we have hundreds of things to do, comfort when our goal is in sight, and this comfort can become a distraction, then it is not a healthy comfort. Then I should say thank you but no thank you, like Hanumanji did. And the second demon was who? Second demon was Surasa. She was, she's that serpent who is with her mouth wide open. And what did she want to do? She wanted to eat up Hanumanji. And Hanumanji said, no, not now. So he kept becoming twice her size. And then when it came to it, he realized that she doesn't know what is the proportion by which she is going on doing. And he can become twice her size, no problem. But he said, there is no need for this. I'm only wasting time. So he says, okay, fine. I'll become small. Go into her mouth. That is what she wants me to do. That is what I will do. Go, become small, go into her mouth and come out. So fine. So like this, our problems might come, but in the face of them, we should know when to become big, when to become small. And this is only that, controlling of that ego, that ahankara. If I keep my ahankara big and I say that no, it's only my way or highway, you're going to lose, right? If you realize that sometimes becoming small in the face of such false kind of a problem, or false kind of you might say on the other person's part, a false show of dignity, then what should you do? Become small. Doesn't matter. By giving someone that kind of position, also what do? You win over that person also. So that is that Surasa, to become small or big in the face of problems. Especially we see in terms of relationships. Sometimes giving that position which is higher to a person who craves that kind of attention, it doesn't matter to us, right? So what should we do? We should appreciate that person for their goodness and become small if required. And that alone is humility, which is there, which we can practice when we are with family. And someone is elder, or someone needs to have their say, what should we do? Be silent and listen to them. No harm in doing that, right? When it is required and the discipline is needed, if we need to become big, we have to become big, right? So that too is as per the situation. As the situation is requiring anything, we can become small or big, right? So now next one is Nishichari. This Nishichari is a very, very peculiar kind of a problem. What we do when someone is the oceans, the shadow is falling on the waters, and this Nishichari is going to grab that shadow. And when Hanuman came, she said, oh, who is this? How come the gods have sent this to me? This meal for me, this huge one. How come he has sent, the lords have sent this? So I am going to make the most of it. And that his momentum is coming down. His speed is reduced and he is falling down. And Nishichari doesn't eat anything from the waters. Whatever is coming from the skies, that she will consume. Now what does this Nishichari signify? What is the symbolism of this Nishichari? Nishichari is nothing but this Matsarya Bhava. Matsarya Bhava, this jealousy that we have within us. when we face any kind of competition, when we feel that which I want to have, that which I am aiming at having in this world, so who are competing for that. So if I don't get, if they get it, I don't get it. So this feeling of insecurity which fuels this jealousy within me for any object of the world, that is that Matsarya Bhava. So is this jealousy limited to jealousy alone? No. Further, it gives rise to this emotion of ninda. Ninda, criticism. So if I am jealous of someone, what will I do? I will try to find the weaknesses of that person and I will blow them up. So that criticism comes out of, is fueled by or triggered by that jealousy, that matsarya. So what is that Nishachari doing? Nishachari is not just, going ahead and grabbing that shadow, but she is also going to consume that being who is, responsible for that shadow, right? So what does Matsarya lead to? Matsarya leads to Ninda. So where otherwise I wouldn't have bothered, if that was not of any interest to me, then I would not have even bothered about it. Then there is no need for me to go and criticize someone also. Okay. But there where I value that object or that person, then what is going to happen? Then there is going to be this irsha, this jealousy which will come about. And that jealousy, what will be it do? It will say that, okay, this is my opponent, so I should bring down my opponent. By what? By seeing what all weaknesses that opponent has. So by making sure that my opponent doesn't win in this competition, right? What will I do? I will try to criticize that person, right? So here, from where does this jealousy stem? What is the root of this jealousy? All these, if we look in Vedanta, in our Shastra, basically, each and every such emotion is examined, and also what is the root of it, that is also clearly stated, so that if we are seeing it in us as sadhaka, as a seeker, if I am able to observe this in me, then I should be able to remove that also, get it out from its root, pull it out from its root. So that what? It does not become a badhaka. It doesn't occupy my mind space. What should I then be thinking of? I should keep my thoughts Bhagavatmaya. Instead of, Vishwamaya, what should it become? Bhagavatmaya. So what does that mean? Basically, the root cause of this jealousy or this matsarya or this irsha is what? Is the erroneous thinking about myself. Because I don't know my own true nature, I am thinking of myself as this individual. And I feel for my own survival, for my own false sense of security, I should not be competing with others. Others should not, means I should be able to have clear access to what I want in this world. So where I feel that object of my desire is endangered by someone else's attention, there I am going to have some jealousy, right? So the moment I see myself, so what is the problem? The moment I am seeing myself as this individual, the moment I have mamatva over something, then that's it. Then if someone is going to take that away, then there is going to be a feeling of jealousy, right? Or Or even, how does this mamatva also work? So if if I see uh, if I see the otherness in people around me, then definitely there is going to be this this jealousy which will come. But same place, if I say that, oh, this is my friend, this is my child. So if that same mine, this person who is mine is going to also want that which I like, then I will not have any kind of jealousy. I'll say, okay, you want it, take it, no problem, right? But the moment I see that otherness over there, there is where the problem lies. And there is where Vedanta says that there is no other. All that is Bhagwan's. All that is I belong to the Lord and so does everything else. So when I am able to see that oneness, then where is there any kind of jealousy? Can the, like as it said, can the, can one hand hit the other hand because it hurt the eye? No. It was my hand only, my only finger which went in my eye. I can't punish this hand or this finger now with the other hand saying that you are the one who went in the eye. No, you won't, right? So it is only when we are seeing this kind of otherness that there is the problem comes about. So problem in identifying myself with the individuality and seeking something that I think belongs to the world. But when there is no world apart from this pure absolute consciousness alone, or if I see that the substratum of everything is that one only and I am that alone, then when there I don't see this kind of otherness, me alone, then where is there any kind of competition, right? So but then you will say that, okay, but when we are in the world, how do we deal with this? When we are in the world, what should we do? We should sign, like how we say sign various waivers for different things that we take, right? Or different things that we sign up for. So we should also sign up this no competition waiver. So what will happen then? When the Isha is going to come, even if it comes in some other person's mind, you will say that, oh, but I don't get jealous of anyone. But if you are, one of the Mahatmas says, fine, you might not have jealousy for another person, but if you are the reason for someone having this jealousy in their mind, then too, if you are triggering that jealousy in another person, then too there is going to be some problem. So how I should not become a badhaka, that also is important. How should you do that? How am I responsible for someone else's emotions? No. So then if we can live with that acceptance of all and also have compassion for all, then that person also will not see that kind of competition coming from you. When there is further repeated kind of association with you, right? So that much at least we can ensure on our part. How much is within our control, we can do that. Others, we just let it go to the Lord. Maybe the Lord wants that person also to learn something, right? So that also is its own way. So Isha is when we go out to attain something and get overly insistent or overly possessive about having it, right? So for a sadhaka, what should be the goal? Goal should not be world centered, but the goal should be God centered. And when we work towards that, then what happens? Then there is atmiyata. Then I see everything as part of me only. Then there is no this kind of a jealousy won't come. So when we hold on to something, of the world, everything is, is as though chasing after us, or rather we are chasing after it. But if we are, the moment, it's like that. Sorry, it's like that. The story of this eagle who is flying. There's this bird. It is flying in the skies, high in the skies, and it is holding a piece of meat in its mouth. And all these other birds are flying around it, and not allowing it to move also from one direction to the other direction. In all ways that bird is surrounded. Now that bird says, oh, but I have not done anything wrong, why are they chasing after me? So suddenly a voice tells that bird, drop that meat. When that bird drops the meat, the moment that happens, the moment it lets go, what has happened? The birds also fly away. They go towards that piece of meat, right? So the moment we are holding on to something in the world, what is going to happen? Those who have competition will also come to peck us. They will come to harm us, right? So what should we do? The moment we let go of the world, what happens? Then we are able to go higher. Then we are not caught up in the world in any way. So this is what Bhagwan Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. Gunya Vishaya Vedaha Nistrigunya Bhavarjuna. All that is there present in this world, it is formed of those three gunas. So what is wisdom, O Arjuna? Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Become that Atma which is beyond these gunas. As long as you hold on to the world which is formed of these three gunas, what is going to be the world which is ever changing, not head anywhere. Then you will be caught up in this world alone. But when you hold on to your goal which is beyond this world, beyond these three gunas, that which is never changing, that which alone is constant, then you will move towards that highest, right? So instead of running after the shadows, what should one do? Goswami ji, he tells in one place where he says that if we are going to run for this material wealth or these positions in the world, what is going to happen? It is like chasing after shadows. But instead, if you move towards the sun, then what will happen? The shadows will follow you. You will not have to run after the shadows, right? So this is what we have to recognize. Do we want to chase the shadows, which is nothing but the worldly positions, wealth, etc., and then think that what is happening? There's a lot of competition, there's a lot of insecurity to secure all this. Instead, what do? Hold on to that which is never changing, that which is beyond this world. Then what will be? Then yallabase nija karmopatam vittam tena vinodaya chittam. All that you need, that will come to you simply by doing your duty, by holding on to that which has to come your way anyway when you do it the dharmic way, when you do it for what? For what is required of you as roles and responsibilities. So then the next verse over there is, next doha there is, Durgam काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम देते ते. दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते sugama anugraha tumhare te. So this is the 20th doha. What does this durgam kaj mean? If we look in the world, that which seems to be most impossible to attain, to accomplish for anybody in this world. Durgama kaja jagat ke jete. What seems to be most difficult to attain in this world, what happens to such a one? When they seek the Lord, then sugama anugraha tumare tete. When they are centered in that Lord, when we are seeking that Lord alone, then whatever impossible tasks are there, they become simple and easy, sahaj. Like how? Like for Hanumanji. All these obstacles that came, what happened to Hanumanji? He was able to overcome them just like that. Mainaka Parvata, he said, thank you, but no thank you. For Surasa, what did he say? Okay, you want me to, you want to consume me. I went in your mouth, I have come out. You didn't take me. I'm sorry about that. Fine. He moves ahead. Nishchari comes. Nishachari comes. And what happens? She tries to grab hold of him. There he uses his alertness and he just boxes her in the face. He doesn't sit and talk to her. Because he knows when this irsha comes, when this jealousy comes, when this matsarya comes, what is the best cure for it? Hit it in the butt. Okay? Go ahead, don't waste your time. When that thought of that jealousy comes, push it aside. Don't indulge in it. That is what is the lesson which what is Hanumanji is telling? Irsha comes, it can consume you just like that. It will slow you down like anything. What happens? Just think of this, okay? If any of these emotions come, what will happen? It will delay our progress. It will preoccupy our thoughts in so many ways, we will not be able to focus on the task at hand. For Hanumanji, what was most important? It was important that he does Ramji's work. He set out, Prabhu Mudrika Meli Mukhamahi, Jaladi Langi Gaya Acharachanahi. He crossed over the ocean. It was not at all a wondrous feat that he did. Acharach nahi. There is no no wonder at all that he did it. Definitely he was going to do it. Why? Because he started by taking the name of the Lord in his mouth. And at all times he had it. So one who is Bhagavatmaya, the one who is centered in the Lord's name, that person will not face any kind of difficulties. Yes, difficulties will come. But what will they say? My God is greater than these difficulties. So problems will come. It doesn't mean that problems won't come. Problems will come, but we should know that the problems have come with reminding me, like how it was a reminder to Hanumanji, that I have it in me, I have the potential in me to become twice more than those problems, to face the problems exactly how I have to in the best way possible. And that will show my potential to me. Till that opportunity to, rise to that occasion is not given, how will I know my potential at all? Right? So here again, Hanumanji is becoming that, he's become that idol or that ideal for us to emulate in our lives. So where we should not have any kind of fear. If something has come, then definitely it also has come with the ability within me to go through it. If it has come to me, then I can definitely go through it. Right? So here, Durgama Kaja Jagata Ke Jete, Sugama Anugraha Tumhare Tete. It is your Anugraha only, O Hanumanji. Tumhare Tete Anugraha. It is your Anugraha with which I can, the most difficult of tasks, Tulsidas ji is saying the most difficult of tasks, anyone in this world can accomplish. Thanks to you. Thanks to your Anugraha. Now what is Anugraha? Anugraha means Anu means paschat, after. Graha over there, to hold. Grahya bhava, right? To hold, to grasp. So, what does this anugraha mean? It means that grace which descends upon the devotee after he has held on to the Lord. So, having held on, what is going to happen as a immediate effect of it? One is going to be empowered by his grace. So first what should happen? First one should hold on to the Bhagwan. Hold on to that Ishta. Like how? Like Hanumanji has held on to Ramji. Without ever going to, without ever having a thought that I am going to let him go. No. You are my one and I am not going to let go of you. And all I do, I am going to offer it to you only. That was his power. So here also, whom we have to hold on to? We have to hold on to Hanumanji. And by his anugraha, what is going to happen? Whatever is difficult, whatever task that comes our way, Durgama Kaj, whatever impossible tasks also, most difficult, most impossible of tasks, what will happen to them? They will become so easy thanks to his anugraha, right? So initially what will we feel when we start accomplishing anything difficult? Oh, I did it, so I did it, but we don't see but soon what happens, as our faith in that Lord, that Shraddha in that Lord increases, then we see that, oh, all along he has been with me. I was not seeing his feet alongside me at all. He was walking with me all the time. His support has been with me, ever with me. I saw the challenge. I didn't see that he was pushing me and giving me the ability to go ahead. So, like when we are in difficult situations, what do? Like when the child is learning to cycle, what happens? The child is on the cycle, the parent is there behind, pushing, holding the handle, telling him, come on, go on, pedal, go ahead. Push the pedal, your feet are reaching, you're fine, you're cycling. Soon the child gets that confidence and says, oh, I am the one who is riding, no problem. I'm holding the handle and I'm pedaling and I'm going. And he forgets that the parent is right there behind, holding at the back and making sure that he's going and giving it that push also. And the moment, the child is able to do it, what does the parent do? Oh, I was doing it all along. So when you get that confidence, what happens? You know that I had the ability to do it all along. But then we forget that gratitude for the Lord, who has been with us, who is all the time ensuring that everything goes well, right? So there are, anugraha means what? Just as anubhava. What is anubhava? Anubhava is after holding on to a valid idea based on a certain means, right? Like, if I'm aware of a particular concept of Vedanta, it is based on some Prakarana Grantha that I have done and I have understood its definition, etc. So holding on to that Shastra Pramana, I am able to say that this is what this particular term means, this is what is the interpretation of this concept, etc. Right? So based on the conviction that I have in the knowledge, then when I am able to execute a task or do a particular sadhana, well, I say that I have anubhava, I have the experience. When we say anuvada, what does it mean? After hearing something, when you are able to state it, when you are able to repeat something, it is called anuvada in Sanskrit. Okay, So here anugraha means what? After having held on to that Lord, the grace that descends upon me as the devotee, that is called anugraha. So on whom does Bhagwan shower his grace, his anugraha? So one is that, one we have to, like Guruji has given in the text, there are three types of people. The first set of people are how? They are the ones who, they have an idea of, oh, this can be done, that can be done, fine. But they will not start that activity at all. Why? Because of the fear of, I will not be able to accomplish. Yes, there is this place called Sidabari, high up in the Himalayas. Nice. At the foothills of Dharamshala, it is there. Very nice. There, Gurudev Samadhi is there. Very good. Will I be able to go there? Oh, it is cold. It is very far away. So much of travel. Why should I go? I won't be able to do it. So, I have never gone there. Okay. So and so started this business, I had the same idea. People will tell Gurudev also, I had the same idea and I knew in and through how, etc. and all. But why didn't you do it? No, so much time it would take, and plus I don't know whether I have it in me to do it. So never. So those who have this, the problem is what? Fear of not being able to do, or that fear of failing, which is not allowing me to get into that activity itself. Then there are second type of people who start activities, and then the first obstacle that comes, they say, bas, let me run away from this. I can't go ahead with this. So when the obstacle comes, then they say, no, I can't go forward with this. I knew this was going to happen, and therefore I am not going ahead with it. And then there are those who have that kind of conviction where they say, I have started and I am going to see to it through and through till I reach that end. Like Buddha said, what did Buddha say? Deham va patayami karyam va sadhayami. Till I don't, till I don't get my goal, what will happen? I am not going to do anything. I am not going to move from here. Doesn't matter if I die. In that effort, I die, but I will reach my goal. That kind of conviction one who has, then such a person will not come back halfway. Such a person will meet the goal end to end, right? So Hanumanji, what does he say? Kaha Hanumanta Bipati Prabhu Soi Jab Tab Sumiran Bhajan Na Hoi. So what does he say? Kaha Hanumanta Bipati Prabhu Soi Jab Tab Sumiran Bhajan Na Hoi. When, as long as I am not centered in the Lord, as long as I am not singing His glories, bhajana, basically what? As long as I am not, believing in Him, as long as I am not centered in that Lord, what is not going to happen? No kind of task is going to happen, right? So all problems will come to us when Vipati, or those problems or those obstacles, when will they come to us? Hanumanji is saying, as long as I am not thinking of Bhagwan and doing it. When I am venturing into any project with my own desires, with my own selfishness, then all this will come. There will be that complacency. There will be all different problems like Surasa, opening their mouth wide. Be they at the body level. My body will, I want to do sadhana, but I can't overcome sleep. I want to do sadhana, I want to do japa, but what is happening? I can't sit straight for a long time. I want to do sadhana, but there are so many works. So how will I do sadhana? Right? So what is happening? I have all capability, but I see my problems as bigger than me, as bigger than my potential. If the problem has come to me, Bhagwan has also given me the capability to overcome that problem. But only in my mind I am not clear on this. And therefore what is happening? All becomes vipatti, all becomes problems. Then Nishachari will come and consume me also. Right? So what is bigger? My God is bigger than my problems. My God is bigger than me. And I have to rise to that occasion. And that is what Hanumanji is telling us. Right? So what is Hanumanji is telling us? That difficulties will descend upon us. What do we have to do? We have to rise to the occasion, knowing that, knowing what? Knowing that Bhagavad Kirtana is most important. Rest, everything will be taken care of. बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु। लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु। लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु। हरि ओम।